What is up? Welcome to Dog Days. I'm your host, Enrique Idahen. And the purpose of the podcast is simple. It's to give you the tools to stay dialed in mentally, physically, and spiritually. Let's dive into it. So I don't know what number episode this is. When I first started Dog Days, I wanted to create like a couple episodes and just like post them all at the same time to give you guys, some for the dogs to chew on, in the beginning. So this is going to be called Dawgma. These are the top 10 life lessons through the eyes of a dog. And these are some things that have helped me out, my mentors out, my loved ones, and some of my homies as well, the other dogs too. So these are from famous people as well. Some I've created myself. These are just lessons that have helped me out. Again, I don't have my master's degree in life. I'm not like a guru or anything, but I'm someone who was able to move away from home and get a 6-figure job, have a new friend group, and be in the best shape of my life and my best mental health and closer to God. All around, just happy person. So these are some things that have helped me out. And if something helps you out, feel free to share if you care. So let's dive into it. I'm just going to go in some random order here. I got my laptop. Let's get after it. One, no one cares about you. Oh, Enrique, what are you talking about? What do you mean no one cares about you? You guys know what I mean. No one cares about you in the sense that they don't care what you're doing. We are all too busy living our own lives. And I'll say your mother's that one person you get the unconditional love from. But at the end of the day, no one's going to care about you. No one's going to be holding your hand for the rest of your life. Your mom and dad aren't going to be around forever. So that should give you the motivation to create something for yourself, regardless of what other people think. And I also say this, people will talk about you. People will criticize you, whether you're doing something new that people haven't heard about or have not done before, like a podcast, or you do nothing and people are talking about you doing nothing. Again, people will always have their opinions, but at the end of the day, hey, come closer. These people don't pay your bills, okay? Who cares what they think? Do something that fills you up. Do something that makes you happy. And importantly, do something that you're proud of, that you look back at the end of 2024. You're like, thank God I did that. Thank God I did that. Regardless of what people think. Because there's a lot of things that people will start in life that they'll end, that they won't complete because of other people limiting self-thoughts and doubts that you have. So again, no one cares about you. So do what you want. It's your life. No one's going to live it for you. All right. And I also say, as a guy, you can't cry your way through difficult situations. Okay. No one's going to come and save you at the end of the day. Again, these people don't pay your bills. So pick yourself up by your bootstraps and live life on your own terms. Okay. Because who really cares what anyone else thinks? Next one. Losers buy drinks first. And this is for the homies out there. This is for some of the dogs who are trying to find a girlfriend or trying to find a wife in 2024. And this is my experience, okay? I was in Dallas 2 weeks ago, and I was out at some social club, really cool, bumping DJ. And I like music. I like to dance a little bit. Don't get me wrong, all right? And whenever I went to the bar to go get a drink, I either get like a tequila water or something, or I get lemon ice water. So that's a little trick just to look like you're blending in so you don't feel odd. And I'm getting a drink, and there's a guy next to me. He's talking to a girl. And I think it's the first time they've ever talked. And he says, you know what? I came over here because I thought you were beautiful. Can I buy you a drink? And I cringed. Instantly, I cringed. And here's why. Because if you know where I'm going with this, drop a comment, drop a like. Because first off, you are leading with your wallet. And you never want to lead with your wallet because some girls are going to take advantage of you. And they'll see how far they go. Because, sometimes they'll be like, oh, I'm here with my girlfriends. Buy some of my girls' drinks. And you leave the bar with no number, no connection, and $250 down for the night, okay? And I say this because I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, he's just trying to be nice. Why can't he buy her a drink? Because I've seen guys who put zero monetary investment and get way more than the guy who buys her a drink just for her to go and use the bathroom. So don't be mad at me. This teaches you to not just lead with your wallet, but lead with your emotional intelligence, lead with your communication, lead with your charm, okay? Every guy has that charm in them. They have something that makes them different and unique that the other guys don't have. Bring that out, because at the end of the day, she's going to care about you for you, and regardless of what you get her. Because if she really was down for you, and she would use the bathroom, she would say, hey, come with me, hold my purse, and stand outside the bathroom. Hey, you know what? Come with me and meet some of my friends. Like, that's how it should go down. And not saying that if you buy her a drink first, that it's the end of the world, but I've seen it as leading with your wallet, and you end up empty-handed, and you don't get that phone number, you don't get that connection to that next step, to that next date. That's just my experience. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Next life lesson: life is hard, so choose your hard. So when this one came to me, the first thing that came into mind was working out. I'm in pretty good physical shape. I've been working out for a while now, and I'm the 5-6 a.m. type guy, straight up. You'll catch me in the sauna just before work, and I come home, make myself a protein shake, get the blueberries with the chia seeds, get all the healthy stuff in there. I drink water. If you know who I am, I drink a lot of water. Like, that's what I drink, and Brain Fuel. Shout out to Brain Fuel. It's not easy being healthy, but in my mind, I know it's not easy being unhealthy. I don't want to be that person who's out of shape, who doesn't love their body, or walking upstairs is a challenge. They are out of breath. I need enough energy to, when I am going and traveling across the country, I have the energy to go out and do the things I want. I don't want to be tired at 7 p.m. I don't want the little kid who has no emotional intelligence and no filter to make those little jokes at me, or those people on social media get in my comments and commenting on my weight. That's something I can control. I know there's some exceptions out there, but life is hard. So it's hard being in shape because you have to watch what you eat and watch what you do, but it's also hard to be out of shape because of all the stigmas that are out there in the world. It's hard being wealthy because you have to keep the wealth. You have to pay a lot in taxes, all right? You see it's shiny object syndrome. You have, there's those gold diggers out there who won't like you for your personality, but for your money, what resources you have. It's not easy having a lot of money. We have a ton of billionaires, millionaires, celebrities who are in rehab or take their own lives. It doesn't matter how much money you have at the end of the day. It's also hard being broke. I was told money doesn't always buy happiness, but having no money buys you nothing. It's tough when you're broke. I've been down bad before. I've been paycheck to paycheck before. I've been depending on DoorDash, doing my little deliveries and Grubhub and Instacart to pay my bills, to pay for gas. I will never forget the day I was in college and I wasn't doing well in my sales job. So I went to go donate plasma, and my veins are small. I have veins, but every time I go donate plasma, it just doesn't work. I'm walking out with double arm wraps. And there's one time I really need the money. I really need the money for gas, and they were unable to. They actually there's some issue with the machine, so they gave me money anyway. But I remember just breaking down in my car in Des Moines, just helpless. And I told myself I'll never depend on plasma ever again. And I did well in my sales job and ended up selling $146,000 in my career, and it changed my life. But being broke and being rich, they're both hard. So choose your hard. I'll also say having friends is hard because you have to remember everyone's birthdays. You need to get rid of all the yes men. Watch out for the snakes in the grass who's actually there for you. It's also hard not having any friends. People ask you, oh, who are you talking to? And you literally don't have anybody to go to confide with. You have those group of dogs with you. That's why I started Dog Days, so you could have that community of people who are trying to get to that next level. But if you're by yourself, which a lot of men are, it's not it. It's not fun. Going to school is hard. Guys, waking up for those 8 a.m.s. I don't know how we did it in high school. I have no idea how I started school at 7:30. It was insane to me. I guess I was fueled by Pop-Tarts and chocolate milk, But waking up for the 8 a.m. is tough. Staying in school is tough. Not going and drinking 4 days a week is tough. And getting wrapped into that college lifestyle, that's tough. But you know what's also tough? Not having a college degree or a GED and being eliminated from so many jobs because you don't have your bachelor's or your AA. So life is hard. Choose your hard, okay? Next life lesson, stand up straight, okay? This has changed my life for sure. The way you carry yourself will dictate how people look at you. People judge you from the first 3 to 5 seconds they look at you, they glance at you. And there's something about when you stand up straight, you get that little Superman complex. You feel a little bit more powerful, all right? Good for your spine. I like to slouch, you know what? And when you stand up straight, you get a lot more confidence. People treat you differently. And there's so many psychological benefits to when you stand up straight. There's just enough confidence. Confidence comes across your body and it hits other people. And they're like, man, who is that guy? I walk into an office, people stare at me. I hold myself with big presence. I had a guy say, man, dude, where do you get shoulders like that, dude? You made me think about my posture just from you walking into the room. And it shows people judge you off first appearances. Sorry, not sorry. But when you stand up straight, you command respect. You walk into a room, people stare at you. You know, even that girl that you're trying to talk to, they'll notice too. You know, they'll treat you a lot differently because you have that confidence in yourself, and then people also see that confidence. It goes a long way. Super simple one. Stand up straight and be mindful of the way you carry yourself. If you see yourself, hey, what am I doing? Stand up straight. All right. This is from Alex Hormozy. You do not become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. This one, I have this one on a sticky note on my mirror in the bathroom because this has been the framework of my life. I ask myself, why am I confident? Why am I deserving of this new job title? Why am I deserving of these new relationships in my life? Why am I deserving of XYZ? It's because of everything I have done prior to now. That's the reason why I am who I am. That's the reason I'm confident. Why should I start a podcast? Okay, well, I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa. I went to college in small town Iowa. I've been able to live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and spend time in Calabasas, Los Angeles, Scottsdale, Tampa, place like Minneapolis. I've talked to guys across so many different demographics. All right, my communication skills, they're on point. I'm an extrovert. I can talk for a long time. Okay, I've had life lessons. I've been broke. I have been ugly. I have been low confidence, and I've overcome all of that before. I have awards upstairs in my room that prove that I am who I say I am. Okay, I am a dog. Okay, that's proof right there. And if you ever ask yourself, man, am I XYZ? Turn around and look at what you've done in the past. That will answer the question. I had a roommate in the past say, man, you're just so undisciplined sometimes, Enrique. Or they would say, man, you just fall off the schedule sometimes. You know, you're so unorganized. And I had to ask myself, am I unorganized? Am I undisciplined? But then I turned around and I looked, oh no, look at my calendar. The past 2 years, my territory here in Vegas has done over $1 million. You don't do that by accident. You do that by setting up boundaries, setting up systems. And that was the proof I needed to be like, okay, yeah, hey, appreciate whatever you say, waterproof it off, okay? You know, you don't become confident by shouting affirmation in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Just do more things to add to that proof pile, all right? Ooh, this one. For the guys, listen up. Homies, listen up. Hear me when I say this. Don't act weird, all right? Stop. Get in close. I want you to get in close. Guys, this is so huge. This is probably one of the biggest ones on this list, all right? Stop beating your meat. Okay, all right. Get the giggles out, all right? Now let's have a big boy conversation. Let's have a dog conversation, all right? When you refrain from that instant gratification, that dopamine release. It will change your life. I'm in my men's group at church, all right? And there's a lot of guys going through addictions, whether it's alcohol, drugs, and porn is one that has come up numerous times. Hey, I know, you don't watch it. I know you don't watch it, right? Everyone else watches it, but I know you don't watch it. It's okay. And I've seen pornography destroy so many lives, so many relationships, and beating your meat is the main cause of it. If you're trying to find a girl or find a wife and you beat your meat, you kind of fill in that void of what you really want with something fake. We all have had the post-nut clarity. You feel so hyped up during the moment, during the experience, and then afterwards you regret why you did it, and you feel even more empty at the end of the day. All right, it messes up your dopamine receptors. It just like when you go on social media the first thing in the morning, when you wake up, your dopamine's baseline. But when you go on social media, it jacks up your dopamine levels. So for the rest of the day, you have to do something to keep you up there, which is more scrolling, maybe doing drugs, maybe eating that junk food that you like. Maybe it's watching that mindless TV, just binging all day, or zombie scrolling on social media. That's what happens when you beat your meat. You mess up your dopamine levels. So little pleasures like enjoying nature or reading a book or just hanging out with your friends, it's not enough. It's like, it's nice, but I don't get that dopamine spike from like doing that other activity I like to do by myself. And I put down not beating your meat as a huge thing because you get rid of instant gratification. You have to figure out something else to do when you feel anxious or depressed or lonely or sad or that girl rejects you. Get that out of your way, because I know that's the one thing you can do that costs you no money, but it's holding so many men back. So trust me when I say this, stop it. Next one. The past is history. The future's a mystery. They call it the present because it's a gift. This is so huge, guys. We live in the present moment. And I truly believe being depressed is thinking about bad things that happened in the past, that happened yesterday. And then being anxious is worrying about and being sad or anxious about bad things that might happen in the future. Not will happen, but might happen. You don't even know what's going to happen in the future. All that matters is what you're doing right now in this present day. You could be watching this podcast episode and you could be thinking about your to-do list. You could be thinking about the people that wronged you. You could be thinking about the traumas and all this stuff. You can't change the past and you can't predict the future. All you can do is focus on right here, right now. Be present. Take a deep breath. Stop for a second. That's why I love meditation, because it forces you to be in the moment and not have your mind wander. Those people who say, "Oh, I can't meditate because I can't stay focused." That's why you need to meditate. Same people who say, "Oh, I would go to the gym, but I have no energy." Come on now. Staying present, staying in the moment will make you be more grateful the moments you have right now. The loved ones, the memories, the place you are at right now is not going to be around forever. All right. I know a lot of people who graduated high school or graduated college, for example, you look back and you're like, man, I'm happy I did all those things. I'm so happy all the things I did back at Simpson College, even the stupid stuff, because I have memories to talk about and I survived all of them. If you're listening to this right now, you survived all the bad experience you went through in the past. All right. And if you want to set yourself up for a better future, it starts with the work you put in today. Going to the gym. If you want to have that body, go to the gym, eat better. If you want to broaden your job horizons, learn a new language, learn how to work online and be more social, work on your communication. If you want to have a girlfriend or something in the future, all sorts of things that you could feel worried about starts today, starts right now in the present moment. Next one, move away from home. Okay. Some people, and I get it, if you have a kid or a fantastic job, I get why you would stay in one certain area. That makes sense, 100%. This is for those guys who are lost, don't know what they want to do in life, have no direction, they feel stagnant where they're at right now, or they just got out of high school or out of college. If you have that opportunity to find a job that will give you a decent living situation, food, money for food, you're in a great location, you should move. All right. It reminds me of the rite of passage. I think that's like the present day rite of passage, where I know back then they used to like send the guys out, send like the adolescent boy out there with like a spear and some like little things, and he'd come back with like saber-tooth tiger skin or something. I don't know. Don't fact check me. I'm just talking. But something to kind of get you to that next level that will get you out of your comfort zone. And moving away from home is huge, whoever you are. When I drove 20 hours west to Vegas, it was new. I was personally ready to move away from home. You know, I've had so many different experiences, spending time overseas, you know, being away in college and being kind of social. Like I was kind of ready for it. Didn't make it easy though. I've had to swim, you know, and I think that's what it really is about. You get tossed in the water. You either sink or you swim. And when you go and move away from home, you have to learn how to swim. You know, you could kind of paddle your feet, okay? Oh, that's where I go get my haircut. That's where I go get my oil change. Okay, this is my church now. Okay, that's cool. Oh, this is the friend group. Okay, I can meet friends here. Okay, this is where I should stay away from in town. Perfect. Now you know how to adapt to new environments. And for those who do sink, you can always go back home. Get out of the pool, okay? Go into the little kiddie pool, get your little floaties on, all right? And try again until you're ready to swim. Go back out. But the worst thing you could do is staying on the sidelines, never getting your feet wet, and being scared to move away because of the unknown, all right? Move away from home. It'll change your life. It'll broaden your work opportunities. It'll grow your network so there's more dogs around you. And it's a life-changing thing. Trust. How's this been? Good episode. Have you gotten any little nuggets? Comment what you took away from this. Comment or share something that's really stuck out to you. I'm loving this episode. Let's keep going. It's never a lack of resources, but a lack of resourcefulness. So I have my cousin in Italy. He plays on the Italian football team, national football team, American football, but in Italy. And 20 years old, huge guy, okay? He could be a first year. He wants to play American football at any college here, maybe a JUCO, but he's really trying to get his body in shape. And, you know, they don't have all the equipment and stuff that they have here in America, in Italy. So I was like, hey, man, this is what I want for you. I like to push him, like to challenge him. You know, he's a dog like me. I say, give me your numbers for your bench press, your power clean, your back squat, all those like main ones that a college scout would ask for. And he gave me a couple of responses, and it came down to like, I don't know what to do. And I looked at the kid and said, hey, do you have YouTube? He said, yes, I have YouTube. I said, why don't you YouTube it? You're not the first person to have this same question. And YouTube has all the answers. Guys, newsflash, it's 2024. There's no excuses anymore. This has opened up the playing field for everybody, okay? If you couldn't find a girl in your hometown, you know, that's what social media, that's what, you know, the apps are for. You could find someone that's 20 miles away. You don't have to keep driving around town and find these girls. If you want to broaden your job horizons, you can learn a new language. Imagine how many jobs you'd get if you were bilingual. Imagine how many jobs you'd get if you knew how to do social media content creation. There's so many businesses out there that don't have a website or a social media page, and you kind of have to have one. It's 2024. So it's not a lack of resourcefulness. A lack of resources is a lack of resourcefulness. Your answers are out there. You just have to be more creative. Man, we are down to the 10th life lesson. This is the Dawgma principles. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about this. And the last one is, I'm reading this one. If they don't have what you want, do not listen to what they say. Oh, some of you guys got a little salty, okay? And this is the description why. This is the description what I wrote underneath it. It says, there's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who do not have the life you want to live. Ed Milet came to Las Vegas. He was at WealthCon, ran by Ryan Pineda and his group. And he talks about how the worst thing you do as a parent is not live to your fullest potential and fulfill your own dreams. I think we all have had a person, a loved one in our lives say, go follow your dreams, be yourself. Why aren't you being yourself? Why did you fail on your dreams? Why did you stop doing your dreams? Okay. There are these people who will give relationship advice. You don't have a good relationship. I'm keeping a buck. All right. And you have to have the stack of undeniable proof you are who you say you are. But if you don't have your own stack of proof, why shed wisdom to me? I don't have to listen to you. All right. We have all these educators out there who will tell students to be XYZ. They haven't done it themselves. How are you going to be a business teacher but never have ran a business before? Come on. I don't want to hear that. And again, I'll touch on the relationships. How are you going to talk about relationships but you've never had a successful relationship before? Okay. There are so many things in life that people will tell you to do. They'll tell you to do this and that. But if they're not doing it in their own lives, don't follow that. All right. One person I look up to is quarterback Derek Carr. He goes to Church LV here in Las Vegas. And I've seen a lot of people say, I've heard a lot of people say, man, this guy's an awesome guy, very fruitful, a man of God. Man, his life is fantastic. And I look, I'm like, okay, I know he's a quarterback making $130 million. Like that's a lot of money. But is he actually the person you guys say he is? And I knew it from just looking at his life, the way he treats his family, his wife, honors his wife, treats all 4 of his kids fantastically. I've seen him walk around the church and put his hands on people, pray over people. I've seen how he's interactive. I've seen him go on stage and preach the good word. And that's all I need to know. Okay. And same thing for Pastor Michael and Pastor Benny. Are they good men? How do you know they're good men? Look at their lives. See how they treat their congregation. See how they treat their staff. See how they treat their families. That's the proof you need right there. Those are people I will listen to. People like Ed Milet, people like my mentors who have lived life. They talk about the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's one of the biggest financial business books out there. If you haven't heard about it, you're living under a rock. You should definitely read it. And they talk about how the poor dad, he's not poor. It's just his mindset. Go to school, get a job, get that picket fence, work for 40 years, retire at 65, live your life and retire. And that's nice, don't get me wrong. But then you got those rich dads, those who moved away from the status quo, who've done their own things. It reminds me of my mentor back in Des Moines. Shout out to Bobby Sievertson, who was 24 years old and had a $400,000 home, a wife, a dog, a solid job. I was like, man, that's awesome. Like you could own a house at 24. Look at me. And then now he's in his early 30s. He has a house in the upper 800,000s. He built by himself, his dream home, with his wife, with his dogs. He has a child now. Like that's the proof you need. Those are the people I'll listen to. Why? Because I want to have that lifestyle when I'm 30. I want to have those relationships when I get up there. So that's where I say, if they don't have what you want, you don't have to listen to them. Controversial, but hey, it's the truth, and that's my truth. It's worked for me. It's changed my life and changed the people around me. So welcome. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope you got something awesome from Dawgma. These principles, I'll be doing like different parts. I might do another top 10 later down the road for some of y'all. Like, comment, share. Let me hear what you think, okay? I'm trying to get this to as many dogs as possible. And there's those people out there who are trying to find their community. They're trying to find their group. They might feel like the odd one out in their community. I want them to find these videos, these episodes, these clips, so they can have the courage to do what they want, to live their own lives. I was told once that when you get out of your cave, when people see you get out of your cave, it gives people the courage to get out of their own caves. And that's what I'm trying to do with Dog Days here. That's what I'm trying to do, sharing the dogmas, all right? So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. If you don't know who I am, I'm Enrique Adahen. Follow me on social media. Follow my personals, OTW Enrique, on the way Enrique. Thank you. And again, if you like what you hear or you think a friend would love it, share if you care. Peace.